Imagine this. Your doctor tells you that you might have a serious illness, but you have to wait almost 3 months just to get a scan to find out for sure. Today, we're going to dig into a €5 million plan that's designed to completely erase that agonizing wait. It's a fascinating story about a huge gap in healthcare and a really smart business model built to fill it.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll unpack the huge diagnostic delays that are putting patients at risk. Then, we'll look at the elegant four-part solution designed to fix it. After that, we'll follow the money and see the market opportunity, map out the 24-month game plan to make it real, and finally, we'll see why this is such a powerful investment in both health and wealth.
So, first things first, let's really understand the problem. Right now, in Poland's healthcare system, there's this massive bottleneck when it comes to getting diagnostic imaging. And this isn't just some small inconvenience. It's like a giant wall standing between thousands of people and the timely care they desperately need.
Just think about that for a second. Put yourself in that position. Your doctor suspects something serious, maybe with your brain or your spine, and they order an MRI. The biggest question in your life is, what's wrong with me? But the first answer you get is, you wait. So the real question becomes, for how long?
6 to 10 weeks. Yeah, that's the reality in the public system. That's so much more than an inconvenience. It's a period of just unbelievable anxiety where a condition that might be treatable could get much, much worse. That kind of delay can literally change the course of a person's life.
And this whole crisis is really fueled by a perfect storm of issues. You've got the long waits, of course. But on top of that, if you don't live in a big city, good luck even getting access to a modern scanner. A lot of the equipment in the country is over a decade old, which can affect how accurate the results are. And all this is happening while the population is aging, meaning the demand for these scans is just going through the roof. But a problem this clear also opens the door for a really clear solution. So let's pivot and look at the proposal. A brand new kind of diagnostic center, one that's built on 4 very simple but powerful principles. And the change is, well, it's night and day. That 6 to 10 week wait, it gets slashed to just 48 hours. The old, outdated tech gets replaced with a state-of-the-art 1.5 Tesla MRI. And the focus shifts from only serving huge cities to reaching those underserved areas. Oh, and that nightmare of scheduling an appointment, that's gone, replaced by a super simple digital booking system. So these are the 4 pillars that make the whole model stand up. It all starts with radical speed. It's powered by the best technology you can get. It's located strategically right where the demand is highest, and it's all wrapped in a digital-first service that makes it incredibly convenient. You see, each pillar is a direct counterpunch to one of the big failures in the current system. Okay, so it's a great idea for sure, but is it a great business? Let's get into the numbers, the market, and the money to see the financial blueprint that could make this whole thing work.
And the numbers are definitely compelling. Once it's up and running at full steam, a single one of these centers is projected to bring in €1.5 million in revenue every year. This isn't just a small clinic we're talking about. It's a serious business opportunity right out of the gate.
And right here, you can see the genius of it, the strategic gap in the market. You've got the public system, which is cheap, but it's painfully slow. Then you have the existing private clinics, which are fast, but they're expensive and mostly in big cities. This new model slots perfectly in between, offering modern tech and super fast access at a fair price, right where people actually need it. And the financial stability here is built on a really smart, diverse mix of revenue. Most of it, about 60%, comes directly from private patients, people who are happy to pay to skip that long public wait. Another 30% is planned to come from contracts with other private clinics, and then a stable 10% from the public system itself. This kind of blend makes for a really resilient business. And for the people putting up the money, the investors, the goal is crystal clear. A return of 1.5 to 2 times their initial investment, all within 5 to 6 years. And these are pretty conservative projections, which makes it a really attractive proposition. Okay, so the plan is solid, the market is just waiting for it. But how do you actually, build it? That's where the 24-month game plan comes in. It lays out every single step, from a blueprint on paper to a reality on the ground. See, this isn't just a vague idea. It's a meticulously planned roadmap. This 24-month timeline covers everything. It starts with finding the perfect site in the first few months, all the way to buying that multi-million euro MRI machine around the 1-year mark. The second year is all about construction, hiring the right people, and getting all the licenses in place, leading right up to the grand opening. It's a very clear, step-by-step process.
And if you look at where the 5 million euros goes, it tells you everything about the project's priorities. A massive 55%, over half the budget, goes directly to that state-of-the-art MRI scanner. The rest is strategically spent on the property, getting the facility ready, building the essential Faraday cage, which is basically a special room that shields the scanner from interference, and having some working capital to get started.
So when you put it all together, what does this whole project really represent? Well, it's about so much more than just a business plan. It's about that powerful place where doing good for society and getting a good financial return meet.
Here's why this model is just so powerful. It solves a real, urgent problem. It has a huge social impact. We're talking literally improving health outcomes and reducing suffering. On top of that, it's highly profitable, and there are clear exit strategies for investors. It even uses a clever mix of private money and EU funds to lower the risk. It really is a win-win-win. Ultimately, this project is a blueprint for the future of healthcare investment. It's about merging cutting-edge technology with smart, efficient business practices and creating real, meaningful social value.
And that leaves us with one last, pretty big thought. This whole model of finding a critical social need that also happens to be a clear gap in the market, it's incredibly powerful. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other huge challenges in healthcare or anywhere else are just waiting for a similar brilliant solution?